for the Lombardi Trophy between the Arizona Cardinals taking on another team that hails from the NFC, the New Orleans Saints. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Murray now on first down, and his first pass is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Demario Davis there on the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Murray to give. This is Drake. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Kenyon Drake on the carry.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Pushing tacklers aside. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. He's one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
On the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray.
Number 28, Latavius Murray.
Well, This is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates with a Latavius Murray to
Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Murray. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fitzgerald. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun now for Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Drake. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze, the quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's Breeze getting it into the hands of Traquan Smith. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
Kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller,
Murray fighting, lost the football, but I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? the guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, that's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes Kenyon Drake in the Arizona offense to take over. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Drake. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Murray. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Andy Lee.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, A lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Breeze now on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The busy night continues for Kamara. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down and 4, Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
Breeze pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 35-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and this is picked up by the Saints.
You like this?
And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Lutz good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. One target, no catches. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Murray. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's Demario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Davenport able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Murray fighting, lost the football. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And he's been pretty good under the lights here tonight, hasn't he, partner?
He certainly has, and I applaud him for that because I don't know what it's like for you, but to me,
the Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, Breeze. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Intended for Michael.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Coverage by Byron Murphy.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 29. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The kick is good. Makes the score Saints 34, Cardinals nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them.
Field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So now not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing again, Murray. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Over the middle to Smith. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tre'Quan Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Saints just continue to roll.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And his kick is good. The long touchdown. Pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
56, Mike, 56.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On second and a couple. Murray looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense does. They had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with it. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to...
Party chat. Yeah, party chat.
What was that?
What up, man?